So a lot of people think that Reputation Taylor's version is going to be announced on Sunday night during her concert, and here's why. I feel like now the biggest hint that everyone is pointing to is Taylor's choice of a surprise song last night, with her choosing to see Innocent. It was a beautiful performance. I feel like, in my opinion, we got a little of a glimpse of detached Taylor again. But Innocent is coming off of Speak Now. A little bit of background in case you don't know. Innocent is reportedly, and I feel like it definitely is, listening to the words, supposed to be a kind of her very grown-up, mature response to Kanye, who was a full-out freaking man at this point, and the whole VMA debacle that happened between them. And the worsening of the her and Kanye feud, and of course a whole bunch of other things going on, is what led to, of course, Reputation, the album. Now, I know that that's a very simple explanation of events. I'm sure that there's like a million videos that you could watch for a more in-depth explanation if you're curious. But what I will say really quickly before moving on, just like the POV of this song is insane. Like, can you imagine Taylor writing this, back in, I think it was 2010 initially, then re-recording it and performing it just at a time, 2023, so 13 years later, when you're freaking the artist on top of the world, and the man that you're writing this about, who at the time was a very well-respected rapper, is literally just like gone from society, like making his wife wear pillows around Europe. Just insane. Now, another very interesting thing that happened last night was Taylor giving a very noticeable wink after the Speak Now portion of the Eras Tour set list. So I did get a clip of it. I will say, I know that Taylor has winked, at different parts of her performances in the past, but I don't know if I've ever seen it after the Speak Now portion. So I feel like people are running with that. Now, the last part of this all, which this is the most insane part and probably the most scary to me, but like scary in the best of ways, is at this point Taylor has now performed every other song off of original Reputation during her surprise songs, except for I Did Something Bad. And what we really need as a society, I feel like, to heal, especially with the news that Reputation Stadium Tour is coming off of Netflix at the end of next month, is for no surprise song rendition of I Did Something Bad. What we really need is for her to just come out in the middle of the Reputation era of the Eras Tour and just give us a full out rendition of I Did Something Bad, the live performance that we got during the Reputation Stadium Tour. And just like at the end of it, just like flash Reputation TV coming. Like, I can see it now. I feel like the world will be a much better place if and when that happens. And I will say that this has to be the last Rep TV date theory that I'm going to buy into for an announcement, because at this point, no offense to y'all, but I've just been burned too many times.